This is a video from my original Mayor T channel. Note this was 4 years ago.
And then, of course, Mr. Albanese, there he is on the right. He's then going to be the Prime Minister, and he's been their man all along.
Who else is predicting election results 4 years out? How did he know? Come on, in the comments. Come on, genius, seer. But before you do,
Where this doofus is going to be Prime Minister.
Hang on a minute, this is the same video. He's just made about 100 predictions. Well, he's got to get one right, 1 out of 100. Fuck him. He's not a fucking genius.
My God, that's amazing. You are so talented. Wait a second. You're a phony. Hey, this guy's a great big phony.
Yeah, one election cycle out, I thought in 2019 they would put Labor in, and this doofus just happened to be the leader, but I thought they'd swap him out for Albanese very quickly. The scandal, and Albanese actually is their man. Now, the reason I say that is that Albanese and Chris Pine used to have a segment on the Today Show every Friday, and they used to debate each other, and that was building up the profile of Anthony Albanese. Now, I think they were going to do the same with Christopher Pine, but then he got caught up in that was it texting or Twitter or something from a gay nightclub or something. So kind of ended him, and he left pretty quickly. Maybe that's how Morrison then jumped ahead. But anyway, I always thought Albanese was going to be Prime Minister one day, even though a few of my other predictions didn't quite come true.
Albanese will be the Prime Minister, and then in 2025...
All right, I'm one election cycle out, so push that back to 2028, because they put a lot of work into Albanese, so they've scheduled him to be there for 2 terms.
I guess he's going to make a triumphant return. It's go thereabouts, 2024, 2025. That's right, Mr. Turnbull. Now, by then, the debt is going to be beyond ridiculous. They're going to bring in those emergency powers. The bail-in's going to happen. He's going to be there at the real crisis time when they cash in and try to take all our assets and everything, and that's when they're going to be using the shoot to kill laws, machine guns on the streets, arresting people, throwing them in jail on the balance of probability that they're a terrorist when really all they're trying to do is get our buddy back.
I think the chances of Turnbull taking on that role are probably a bit reduced, but he's still very active politically, so I wouldn't rule him out. This is one of his parting gifts for the Australian taxpayer just before he left office, but people forget these sort of things. It's their financial assets year in, year out up to 2017. This is from the 2018 annual report for a couple of $1 million. Next thing they knew, 450 million. Where did this come from? We didn't even ask for it. Or did they? Well, Jesus, it's very generous of Malcolm Turnbull, outside of all protocols, to just give this organisation, take them from 3 million to 450 million. What a windfall. I'm sure it had nothing to do with the fact that this organisation, this Great Barrier Reef Foundation, on a very meagre up until then operating budget, had a board member that was previously at Goldman Sachs, which was where Turnbull had come from. No, they wouldn't even know each other, would they? Just an update of what they do with that money. So the right-hand side, between 2019 and 20, they chewed through 30 million, and then the next year they chewed through 60 million. Look, water quality activities, crown of thorns, starfish. Gee, that should be solved with that amount of money, you'd think. But they spent 10 million one year, they've wrapped it up. It's gone to a bunch of companies. I do actually think there's some scrutiny on this, although I haven't seen it. But there are a bunch of companies up in Queensland that are getting some of this money. Now, I don't know if Goldman Sachs have investments in those companies. Oh, they wouldn't, would they? Oh, look, I actually haven't investigated that. But gee, they went from like 3 million a year to blowing 60 million in 1 year. That's interesting. Their administration activities are around 6 to 7 million. It's more than double their entire organisation prior to Malcolm. Oh, and Josh Frydenberg's generous gift. And anyone concerned for Josh in his future, don't be. Look at this. Wow, what a surprise that was. Who saw that covered? Anyway, I've got a video coming up on this guy and his role in the TFF and QE, working with the RBA. He was never going to stay after what he did. He's fled the scene of the crime. Anyway, I've got a video coming up on that. All right, that's it for this one.